Hello! Time for another episode of the EWB TV Simulcast. Yay! So, welcome everyone. We're going to talk about energetic communication today. I think it's important to understand what that really means and how crucial it is, that understanding is, in how we go about creating our day-to-day experiences. So first of all, let's just talk about what we really are. We're not really solid. You hear me, and you will hear me over and over talk about that. Oh, I want to let you know my chat is open. Let me just send this over. And so if you have any questions or comments during the simulcast, just let me know. And this is an important topic because it's just another element of the overall understanding of what and who we really are. When we talk about energy, being energy, it can seem kind of nebulous and ambiguous. So let's talk about consciousness. Because the energy that we are is our consciousness. And I'm not talking about our human understanding of consciousness. I'm talking about the quantum consciousness of what we are. And in looking at that from that point of view, from a singularity paradigm and quantum consciousness point of view, then we understand that we are communicating by our feeling transmissions. And as I've mentioned many times, and I'll mention many times more, the biophysicist, Dr. Bruce Lipton, figures he states it's around 95% of what we feel and the thoughts that are connected to those feelings are unconscious. So if 95% of our feelings and thoughts are unconscious, and they're transmitting, and therefore because they're transmitting into the quantum field, they're creating events, transactions, experiences that we're not aware of, except that the human duality paradigm, like inside, outside, us and them, would perceive that as things being done to them, to us, not understanding that 95% of what's going on is unconscious. So I wanted to talk about energetic communication because if you're finding yourself struggling, especially those of you that are intuitive empaths, with creating experiences that are not maybe in alignment of what you really want, let's reframe that experience. Let's instead look outside as the so-called outside experiences as feedback, showing what we have been transmitting. So I want to pop on this slide and just talk about this for a second, just to give you some sort of a illustrative example or analogy for what I'm talking about. So we are transmitters and receivers of electromagnetic frequencies. What are electromagnetic frequencies? It's energy. It's feelings. Feelings are frequencies. The whole gamut. The so-called feeling bad feelings. In human vernacular, we talk about feeling bad associated with fear, anger, judgment, unworthiness, things of that nature. All of those feelings, frequencies, have a clockwise contraction spin. The good feelings, again, human vernacular, joy, unconditional love, very different than conditional love, peace, bliss, safety, all spin counterclockwise in expansion. Either way, we're transmitting and receiving. And we're in constant dialogue with the quantum creator field and with all of consciousness. Because remember, quantum rule, everything's entangled, which in metaphysics is the same thing as saying everything is everything, interconnectedness. So, with that image in mind, to use as an example, being aware of what you're energetically communicating will empower you, will help you go far in self-empowering and improving the creation of what it is you want in your life. Because if you're communicating to the quantum field and to other what I call avatars, the physical, third dimension energy field, and the correlating fourth dimension bioenergetic energy field, which combined creates what I call the avatar. And I view the physical world as a simulation, like a holographic simulation. And the avatar, for the most part, until certain awakening experiences happen, correlating with having ownership of creation, of owning the power of creation through feeling transmissions into the quantum field. Until that happens, we walk around on autopilot. We don't even really know, because if 95% of what we are feeling and therefore transmitting, and the thoughts associated with that, are creating experiences that the avatar's not aware of. Seems like stuff's coming at them from left field all the time, and it's not. Taking ownership of what's being created through that 95% of those feeling transmissions. Therefore, what your avatar is communicating into the quantum field will then allow you to shift it, to change it. It'll empower you to do something differently. So today, we're just going to plant a seed about energetic communication. This is what's really happening. It's not the inflection of the voice. It's not the body language, though that's part of it. Small part of it. The real communication is through what feeling frequencies, what energy are we aligning with? Are we in harmony with? Fear-based, joy-based. What thoughts are associated with that? Fear of being hurt or rejected or abandoned. When we feel that unconsciously, we transmit that out, and we're going to create experiences like that. We're going to have conversations with other avatars that bring us back to that same place. The quantum field here in the physical world is just part of the holographic experience. It's just going to respond to whatever we're transmitting. So learning how to be conscious of it, being aware of our awareness, is really the key. That'll show you what you're really communicating, what you're really saying, both to the quantum field and to others. Now remember, others, because we're entangled from one quantum consciousness, we're really not separate, even though the illusion here in the sim world appears that everyone's walking around all individualized and such. But if someone crosses your path and uplifts your spirits, it's because, or creates a feeling of feeling good, it's because you're transmitting that unconsciously. And therefore you're creating that experience. If someone crosses your path, cuts you off in traffic or whatever, That's because you're unconsciously communicating to the quantum field, therefore creating experiences to say that back to you, to reflect back what it is you're first feeling, and therefore the thoughts associated with that. And yes, Francis, you're absolutely right. It's so beautiful, the whole mechanism of it, because we have at our fingertips, if we pay attention, beautiful instant biofeedback, both from our physical body, if it feels tight and heavy or light and open. That shows us if we're in harmony with fear or with joy. If things are being reflected, so-called, we're creating unconsciously with that unconscious 95%, experiences that invoke unworthiness or judgment or criticism or fear, not feeling safe, we know we're transmitting that unconsciously. We are communicating that energetically with the quantum field. We can shift it. How do you do that? First, you got to learn the difference between the two feeling frequencies. So, to support that, I created a free MP3 audio file, a meditation technique. And what is meditation really? It's just a process or a method to shift from contraction, fear, to expansion, joy. Bottom line. To access it, just go, you can see in the scroll here on the ticker tape on the screen, empoweredwholebeing.com. Top menu bar, you'll see self-discovery. Click on that, and there'll be a drop-down box. And you'll see Divine Heart Coherence Technique. And click on that, and there's the instructions. And the instructions are also available as a downloadable PDF. And beneath that link, there is a link to access the download page for the MP3 audio file, which has music and my guidance and everything on there. So you click on that link for the audio file download. You'll be taken to a short little form, email address, blah, blah. Click on the submit button. And as soon as you click on the submit of that little form, wait a heartbeat, because you'll be redirected to the download page. You don't have to wait to get it. You can get it immediately. I highly recommend downloading it to a smartphone or tablet. So you can use AirPods or earbuds or whatever, eye mask, eye pillow, whatever way to diminish your avatar's connection to the sim world, so that you can immerse and fully experience the expansion feeling that's available by following these techniques, which are based on my research in quantum physics and quantum biology. So there's that. And once you have gifted your avatar with a clear understanding of what it feels like to be an expansion spin, then it's easier to understand when you're not, when you're in a contraction. And also, there's a book that I wrote about this, all my research in quantum physics, quantum biology, in the fusion and the viewpoint of metaphysics. That's available online, Barnes & Noble, Amazon, all those regular places. And it's available also for at a bookstore. You can just, if you go to my website, you'll see under media tab, there's books, and there'll be information there. You can use the ISBN number, like a barcode, and you can order it from a bookstore as well. So I think that covers that. And I just wanted to express and plant a seed about that we're communicating 24/7 by our feeling frequency and transmissions and reception. What bandwidth, what resonance are we feeling and in coherence and in harmony with? And there's lots of ways to understand that. Lots of feedbacks available, which is great. If you have any questions, just reach out. Until then, I'll be on here again next week on Thursday, and look forward to seeing you then. As you can tell, I worked out before I came on. I did about 45 minutes of cardio and strength training. So excited. And joy to you, because, we are, by how we feel, we are capable of shifting all of the sim world's experiences. So I invite you to explore more joy. And as you explore more joy, you'll create more joy. So until next week, joy to you.